Hi everybody! Today for Sunday Funday, we're going to see how I draw Inspector LeFox. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. And have some fun. Because it's Sunday Funday, we're gonna have some fun today. I don't know why I'm singing, because I'm playing a song. And I'm singing over the song that I made. So I'm gonna stop right now. Alright. So, again, Sunday Funday, we're doing whatever we want. I'm playing around with making him. See, I gotta make it a little taller here. Making him an inspector. Well, I mean that's the whole, it's in the name, right? But having a little fun with him. Okay, let's raise this arm up a little bit. There we go. That might stay where it is. Perfect. Okay, and then this one, let's have him holding a magnifying glass, a little, yeah, magnifying glass. I don't know. I'm looking for words and I already have them. Why keep hunting if it's right there, right? Okay. Right. So again, just making it up is what I want to do. Making some crazy decisions here. And I think, let's see, let's give him a little bow tie. Right? So there's a shirt. There's that. Oh, you know what? Here, hang on. Let me finish the rest of the sketch. I keep doing this, and I tell everybody not to do this, and then I do it. Don't get caught up in the details when you got to make sure you get the sketch right. And that's about right. See, I wasn't too worried because I knew I was going to just have, little stubby fox legs, and I wasn't too worried about that. And I knew I was going to give him little pantaloons, so again, wasn't worried about that. And let's see, but he's got like a trench coat on. Let's give him like a little saucy trench coat, something like this. He is Inspector LeFox, right? I'm making him French for some reason. I guess it's the whole LeFox. I guess he doesn't have to be French. Like, just because, his name is LeFox doesn't mean that he's French. Doesn't have to be. Ooh, you know what? Let's give him like a little cape type cover thing right here. Kind of like the old Sherlock Holmes type kind of feel of a jacketed jacket. Caped jacket, I guess that's the word I'm looking for. It's not a jacketed cape, it's a caped jacket, right? And let's do something strange. Let's add like an extra little piece of material hanging off here. I want to give him some intrigue, something a little different. So I'm going to try to add little extra stuff on him, like maybe what I just drew there, a little bit of a little piece of string, maybe as part of a clue, something he's got to remember, like this. And so let's see, for his face, we're gonna have kind of a trick to do. We got to figure out how to draw fur without drawing all the fur. Like, I should do a lot of it with color, but I gotta draw some fur, right? Let's give him a mustache too, little little fox mustache. Right, something like that. Awesome. And how about some crazy bushy eyebrows? That'll give them like some what do you call it? Some, not creativity, but a little uniqueness. You know, we got to give them a little something that's uniquely Inspector, you know, like Poirot. I can never say his name right, but I love me some Poirot, and he's got his little mustache that he keeps, and it's very unique, you know. How about a little saucy beret? Let's see if we can do that for him. A little saucy beret, maybe on this side of the ear. Something like that. Ooh, I like that. I like that. We'll give him a little beanie point on top. Point it out a little bit like that. Ooh, I like this. That worked out very well. So, let's see. Let me add some detail to his hands, and then we'll get going because the positioning is just right. I've got him exactly how I want. Oh, you know what we almost forgot? His big old tail. Big old fox tail. There we go. Okay, so I've got everything else where I want it. Let me add some details to the hand real fast because I got one holding the magnifying glass, and I have one kind of holding his finger up in the air, kind of like aha, you know, the clue, the game is afoot, so to speak. So yeah, just let me add a few little details here real fast. Oh, you know what? Here, it's got to be up because he's holding it like that. We'll give him a little cuff for his jacket. We'll do one over here too. A little flared out cuff, little flare. It's exactly what it is. It's flare. We're giving it a creativity, you know. And then this finger is going to be up. Not quite that big. Something like that. There we go. Awesome. There. I say we get going. So let me erase some of these sketch lines, and we'll start working on the Sharpie lines. Now, a lot of this is sketch, so I gotta be careful because I have a saying that you get rid of the sketchiness and you stick with the confidence. But the sketch worked out so quick and so easy that I didn't have to change a lot of that up for a confident line. I was confident with the sketch. So I got to be careful with what I erase. Okay. Alright. How's everybody's weekend? You having a good time? Awesome. Alright, I think that's enough. And I say we welcome everybody that skipped to the Sharpie portion and get going. Alright. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find the things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of it, but left myself a good guide to get us going. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line widths much better and build from here. So he's a fox with a little jacket and suit on, and he's got his finger up in the air, kind of exclaiming, aha, you know, the game is afoot, kind of thing. So he's going to have big bushy eyebrows and a big mustache and holding up a magnifying glass. So I'm going to start off with his eyes and see if we can go from there. So I'm going to draw some circles, and it's okay if they're not perfect. I'm going to get them close as much as I can to being perfect, but You know, it's okay if they're not. And I'm going to make them a little darker too around the edges, just because, you know, he's a fox, so he's got some certain features that I want to try to capture. Like, they've got like these cat eyes, and so I'm going to kind of do a little bit of an oval like that. Okay, this one's a little off. Let's try to center that up a little bit more. But he's looking that way, so he's in detective mode. So I'm also going to give him some big bushy eyebrows, something like this. But see, I'm not really going to connect them because it's fur, so I got to remember that I want some, you know, creativity, but I also want I want it to be cohesive, that it's a bunch of fur all over him. Okay. So even though he's got eyebrows, he does have, you know, fur everywhere. So I'm kind of trying to incorporate that into the entire thing. So his muzzle is going to come down here like this. It's going to be his mouth. And so I'm going to draw him his nose. It's a little encased button up like that. Then I'm going to draw little places for the nostrils, something like this. And oh, you know what? I want to give him a mustache. That's what I wanted to do. So let me try to clean that up a little bit. Something like this. There we go. And again, you know, just whatever we want. Make it kind of furry, kind of fuzzy, kind of all over the place. Big old burly mustache. Okay. Let's draw the bottom of his face. And bring it in like that. I guess we don't really have to draw lips or anything because it's pretty much just fur everywhere, you know. All right. And there's going to be some color right through there, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to draw this edge with a little bit of a fur edge, you know, not so much a round skin contour. Make it a little fuzzy. And let's bring it down in here. Okay, I'm also going to thicken up these edges just a little bit because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference. And I want to try to match what's about to happen with that Sharpie. Okay, so I'm going to draw the edge of his head like this, and then I'm going to give him a beret. I'm going to switch over to the other Sharpie at this point because the rest is going to be color, and I don't want to add any more with the Sharpie because, like I said, I want to do the color part. So for his beret, he's going to have an ear over here like this, but his beret is going to be over it in front of it. Just kind of put that in there like that. We'll say his brow is in front of it. We'll do something like this. We'll give it a little point on top, and then his other ear is behind it. And let me add like the inside, like a little fuzzy. Fur on the inside type kind of thing. Okay. Oh, and since it's a beret, let's add a little bit of creases and folds to kind of make it all floppy and over itself. So something like that. It's a little choppy, but color is going to really bring a lot out of him. So let's move on to the pieces of his cloth, his material. So I got him a little bow tie, so I'm gonna draw on the edge of his shirt like that. Gonna add a bow tie in here. Gonna connect it. And I think I'm gonna do this the entire way, is add just a little bit of craziness with the the fine Sharpie just to add some detail. Okay, so his shirt's open to the bow tie like that. You can't really see the edge of it, but we can do this edge like that. Now, for his jacket, I drew kind of like a cape jacket. So this part is going to be hanging over like this. Kind of come in here and do one of these. Here's his shoulder. Like that. Again, add a little bit of Sharpie fun, extra detail, and this arm is going to be up, kind of an exclamation of the ha, here we go. So you can't see the rest of it, there's armpit because of that, so we're just going to come in here and do one of these. There's his elbow, and I got him with like a big cuff like this, just something a little extra to, you know, try to make it unique. Oops, I just keep going right into other lines right there, don't I? Alright. There we go. So for this hand, it's just going to be the back of like this. It's hard for me to show you. So we're going to draw the back of the hand to the finger, the pinky right there. It's going to be tucked in like that. Here's the edge. The other fingers are underneath. And actually the thumb will do that because that's in front of all those. It's going to come in like that. Okay, now the index finger is the one that's pointed up, so I'm just going to do like that. So make sure you only draw 3 and then 1 pointed up, and then that way it's got a little bit of realism. I mean, how real is a fox with fingers, though? You know what I mean? So, you know, we're a little artistic freedom. I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right. So, this one is holding up a magnifying glass. So I got to remember that it's in front. So I can only draw so much of this part. So there's this part of the jacket going up this way. And let's see, the arm's going to be bent. So I will draw a shoulder like this. Again, let's add a little bit extra to give it some fun detail. Something like that. That's wrapped around the other part of the arm. You can't see it as much as this one. So this arm, we're going to do something like this to the elbow. And then his cuff, just like we did over there. Big old dramatic cuff. That. And so now I can connect those. I can say here's the edge of that, add some crease lines, there we go. That one's this arm is super bent, so we're getting a little bit more stress lines. Okay, so this hand is holding his magnifying glass. I lost my words there. So we're going to pretty much draw a hand like this, right? Like that, holding something up. So we're going to draw the back of his hand like this. His pinky is over. The other fingers are going to be over, and the index finger is going to be up a little bit, kind of like that. So see how this one's more up than flat like that? We're going to have it kind of at a notch, at a knuckle up like that. And then the thumb is holding the piece. So come up here and draw the magnifying glass. Now, we're drawing a magnifying glass, so it's basically going to be an oval. It's okay if it's not perfect. Don't worry about that kind of stuff. This is just for fun. This is just for us. You're not getting paid to do this. No one's going to complain. No one's going to tell you you're wrong. Well, they might, but it doesn't matter. We're not worried about that. So let's draw some ovals and just see what happens, okay? So I'm going to draw the first one like this. I mean, I'm going to try to get it right, but there, see, not perfect. I'm going to draw the other level to it like this. That's it. That's all we're doing for for the magnifying glass. To see how mine's kind of bumpy? That's okay. I'll clean it up like this. We'll do this for glass. Clean this edge up a little bit. Add just a little extra to make it more than just little pieces. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to draw his coat. So we're going to say it's kind of like an overcoat. So it's coming down like this. But kind of like a trench coat, I guess is the word I'm going for. Like that. Let me connect these pieces. Same thing over here. Like that. I'm gonna add some creases and folds. Not a lot. Just enough to show that, yeah, we did a little bit of creativity here. Okay, and so he's got on little pantaloons that stop about his knees. So let's give him, a little waistcoat. Okay. We'll add some buttons. Again, just to, move it up a notch. Let's see, we'll do something like that. Okay, so for his pants, I'm just going to come in here, draw him a seam. That'll give us an idea of where the middle is. So little pantaloons like that kind of, end right there. So this one's going to come out like this. Like that. Again, let me add some creases and folds. Let's see. Yeah. Awesome. How's yours looking? Awesome. Okay, so we're just going to do just some legs here and a tail. Now, I did a little something over here on this leg. I added just like a piece of material, and what I was going for, let's just draw something real fast. What I was going for was just like mystery. It's like, what is this little bandage that he's got? Is it to remind him of something? Is it a bandage? Is it a clue? Just a little bit of mystery, a little bit of intrigue. That's what I was going for. Alright, so I'm just going to draw his leg out to his little toes, little tootsie paws. Something like that. And then we'll do this one back here. This one you can't see the way it's bent because it goes back a little bit like this. And then forward to his little tootsie paws. Like this. Alright, so I just got to add him a tail. And again, just kind of playing around with some fur. Alright, so real quick, last thing, let's just give him a big old bushy tail. Big old fox bushy tail. Something like that. Alright. Make sure I connect it real fast. There we go. There we go. There. So I say we take care of the rest with color. So for Sunday Funday, that is Inspector LeFox. So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.